Welcome to a space where the world moves a little slower. From quiet morning walks to the scent of fresh bread and the rhythm of the needles. Let's find the beauty in the simple things together. Make yourself at home.
Hi, so today is Saturday. I'm now preparing what I have to get done for 17th of May, tomorrow. So for the celebration at the school, all the parents have to be involved. So as a parent of a year 7 child, we have to bring a brownie and drop that off. And then as a parent for a year 4 child, we have to help tidy up after the event. So I'm gonna make some brownie now. So first I'm gonna melt the butter and stir the chocolate into that. Right, so here is the melted butter with the cooking chocolate. Still a little bit warm, but I'll transfer that into a baking bowl. So I got a little bit of a bigger bowl to deal with. Then I'm cracking eggs into the butter chocolate mixture. Right, so here into the very liquidy chocolate mixture, I'm gonna put sugar, baking powder and vanilla sugar. That smells lovely, the vanilla sugar is so good. I forgot I had to put the oven on, so I just went and did that. And then I'm putting the flour in. I also like to sift my flour just in case there's any lumps or anything in it. There usually isn't, but just makes it distribute a bit better. I'm making a double batch of this, and I don't know if the cake pan I prepared is going to be big enough. Well, if not, I'll just make a small one on the side as well. Here, that looks pretty good. So I'll see if I can do with the pan I prepared, or if I'm going to need another small one. Make sure there's no flour hiding on the bottom. Looks fine. I think I may need a small one. So I'll put a little bit more in there. So I'm going to pop these two in the oven, and I'll take you along when I take them out, and then as I decorate it with a bit of chocolate cream and sprinkles, I think. The cakes are done, and let's see, they're still hot from the oven. It looks really nice. It's a bit of a lighter brownie than I normally make, but I thought this is mainly going to be kids, so they probably like lighter brownies. This one cracked a bit on the top. I'm going to let them cool a bit now in the cake pans, and then I'm going to take them out, let them cool completely on the rack, and then I'll ice them. Looks great. Right, so these red, white, and blue sprinkles. I'm going to finish off an old one I got, and then so that's a brownie decorated and done. All I need to do now is just cut it up into pieces and pop the lid on, and then that will be dropped off after school tomorrow morning. So now all I have to do is get on with the Pavlova. Right, so I'm back. I'm going to be making the Pavlova meringue. I'm going to be making it as a wreath. So I'm going to use this chopping board to serve it on. It's got a couple of stains from berries from the last couple of times I used it. So I always make sure to use the same side, so only one side is stained. Right, so when I lift this up now, you see that that's really stiff. So I'm going to just place it on the baking paper. And as I'm going to load this with cream and berries, like now there's nowhere for them to rest on. So I always go through with a spoon make a little path in the centre. So that's got, the cream's got somewhere to rest on so it doesn't float out completely. So I think this looks pretty nice. That's going to go in the oven now for an hour at 150 degrees Celsius in a fan. And then I'm going to turn the oven off and I'm going to leave it in overnight. So I'll show you tomorrow when I'm going to assemble the cake. I'll show you what it looks like.
Happy 17th of May. Sunrise brings a mix of excitement and nervous energy. Today the three of us are marching. The kids and I are warming up, polishing the brass and tuning our instruments. With my trombone and my daughter's trumpet, our house is already full of music before we even step out the door to join our local marching band. When I put on my bunad, I think about all the hours I spent making it. I embroidered the skirt and the top myself, and then I assembled it. And it took about every free minute I had for 4 months. But I've been wearing it on 17th of May ever since. This is a new silver brooch I bought myself this year. I really feel like it complements the outfit so well. I love it. I want to give you an impression of what my marching band sounds and looks like, but I also want to be respectful of not putting other people's children on the internet. So I got a clip here of us playing. I've blurred it out, but at least you can get an impression and also hear us. There was about 45 of us that played together yesterday. This is a mix of a school marching band and an adult band. There was also a football match between the Year 7 children and their parents. The parents were wearing fancy dress. This was so fun to watch. After a long day spent with friends, it's time to head home, get out of the bunad and suit and put on something more comfortable. Taking my shoes off when I get home is such a nice feeling. The children had such a good time helping set the table with the colours of the flag, and we even have some miniature wooden flags on the table. We end our day with a peaceful family dinner. Before sitting down, I finally assemble our Pavlova with fresh cream and bright berries. It looks just like our flag. Thank you for spending this beautiful Norwegian National Day with us. Until next time, stay cozy.